Well, hello, everybody. It's TexAgs Rewind with the Fan Show guys here. As we look back on the show on Thursday, Matt Browning, Kelly Adams, I found out that not a concert guy, kind of a concert guy,
Live music in general.
free concert guy. So there's three different levels.
Yeah.
You probably buy tickets.
I did actually buy tickets.
You buy tickets.
Now, not all of us are as privileged as you are, Mr. Media Nuno.
I applied for credentials to watch Bad Bunny because those are $1,000 tickets. That's the last concert I've gone to, and before that was maybe 10 years.
Yeah. That's what that degree was good for.
I saw George Strait and Chris Stapleton together once.
That would be fun.
That was fantastic.
I would go see that one.
Yeah,
Midland Open for the two of them.
Best concert you ever went to?
Jerry Jeff Walker.
Jerry Jeff Walker.
Every time. Love Jerry Jeff.
Aerosmith and ZZ Top in Vegas. It was a fine time.
I mean, his sounds better, but Jerry
Slash
Hey,
came out.
I'd watch Jerry Jeff over them anyway.
Slash from Guns N' Roses came out and played a set with both ZZ Top and Aerosmith. I had all three on the stage at the same time.
Okay, that's freaking awesome.
It was an awesome concert.
That's really awesome, actually.
It was Slash's birthday.
Bad Bunny, Kanye, Jay-Z. Those are mine.
Huh,
Aerosmith was covering Guns N' Roses songs with Slash playing the solos. It's pretty cool.
Sports show, believe it or not, and no yellow shirt today, believe it or not. Today,
I almost wore a yellow shirt today just for you.
well, apparently it's not good for my skin. We
It's
talked
probably
to
fine for my pale skin.
OB and McGee. That should be the name of a new country band. They were on the show during the first hour. They were great. Coach Schloss, love talking to Schloss. They got Minute Maid this weekend. Hopefully you guys can check out some of those games in person and on TV, of course. Around college football with Aaron Torres. We like Mr. AT. And these gentlemen, a lot of basketball talk, a lot of baseball talk, and football talk.
Yeah.
Like a well-rounded show.
Yeah. We
tried.
did a good job.
The sponsor's a good
It was
dude.
a good day.
And he even mixed in a Crash Davis soundbite on the program.
But I didn't bring out the live chicken ideas.
Well, this is
I
true.
have a rooster if we need one.
Serrano, where are you? That's a different movie. It doesn't matter. Watch
Joe
the rewind.
Boone.
Can you remember any question that you left from thinking, why the hell they asked me that?
You know, I didn't get as many of those. I've heard different rumors over the years of guys that, you know, they get more into the personality side if there was an off the field issue. And one guy blew up in a meeting and it was comical. They basically asked him about a drunk driving incident, and the reaction that they were trying to provoke, it happened, and he went full AWOL on them. And I don't think he got drafted. So it was a costly mistake. But, in my case, we pretty much just talked football, X's and O's, which is exactly where I wanted the conversation to go. And, being that I had a year with Mike Sherman and Zach Taylor, I was pretty well versed in what they were going to ask. And right on cue, they pretty much all did that exact thing.
I wish it could be me. I'm Olin Buchanan with the Dallas Cowboys. Stephen, I don't want you to know. What about throwing those water balloons into the party? And somebody, what kind of person would do stuff like that? How would you react if someone keyed your truck?
Exactly. That's how you would have got me. I would have been so shocked, just stunned. My face would have turned white. It would have been over. But, if only, man. If the Cowboys were smart enough to hire Olin Buchanan, they'd probably win some more football games too.
You mentioned a couple of those veteran hitters that run balls out of the ballpark in Boast and Werner. What has been said to them early on in the season to keep their spirits up, to keep their mental side right? Because Boast comes into that game and is hitting 080, and then he goes off 3 for 4, a grand slam, and 6 RBIs. So on the coaching side, what is done for veteran players like that to try and help them ease out of the slump?
Trust who you are as a player. Trust that if you're lucky, you'll get to experience this many more times over the next decade, because that means that you will have played baseball for a very long time, and it happens to every hitter. Every hitter wants to get off to a good start. We try to have our team have what we call an opening day mentality every day. Imagine how everybody feels on opening day. Nobody's made an error. Nobody's gone 0 for 4. You're completely excited and you're completely trusting of your swing and everything else. And then as soon as you have a negative result, then you start, it's easy to start to doubt. And that's the age-old question, chicken or the egg, like which comes first, success or confidence? And, the very best players that I've ever coached, I'll give you an example. I know you heard David talking about the Astros. I coached Alex Bregman for a summer. Alex Bregman could go 0 for the next 100, and on his 101st at bat, he still thinks he's going to crush the guy. Like he the past never equals the future. Bregman is the example, and I've had 2 or 3 others where they're always confident no matter what the past is, and that's not normal. I think just in general in life, we let, negative things affect our outlook on today when today's a new day. So that's just been the thing. Trust it. You have a proven track record. And then you throw in the fact that how much these guys care, right? And that's what kind of set me off a little bit after the game on Sunday is if everybody knew how much these guys care, how hard they work, then you would never be critical of them. And we all want everything to be perfect. But yeah, it's just a matter of trusting who you are as a hitter. Use the whole field to hit. Don't get pool conscious. Don't try and swing your way out of it. Just play the game pitch to pitch, and everything's going to fall the way it's supposed to fall.
Hey, last thing for you. Let's talk about this A&M Alabama game. Alabama's now wrapped it up. We didn't even get to talk about their game last night against Auburn. A&M has wrapped up the number 2 seed, but Bama wants to keep being the overall number 1 seed if they can get that, or at least stay a 1 seed. And A&M wants to get out of the potential 8-9 spot. So how big is Saturday, or is it big? Does it even matter?
Yeah, I mean, just because there's no SEC title on the line, I still think it matters. And, somebody was asking me this earlier today. They basically said, earlier this week is like, how come college basketball feels like every game is a buzzer beater or close, or last night Alabama wins in overtime, whatever. And it's like, because everybody's playing for something. Alabama, we can criticize off the court, but they're playing for a regular season SEC title. They're playing for the number 1 seed at the SEC tournament. They're playing for, as you said, the number 1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament. Auburn is playing for their tournament lives last night, which is why you got maybe their best effort of the season in a loss. Texas A&M, to your point on Saturday, is playing for, seeding in the NCAA tournament. And so to answer your question, I think it's going to be a great game. And listen, we can argue about, the off the court stuff with Brandon Miller, but, this team has not been great since this report came out. They barely survived in overtime against South Carolina. And then they had 2 home games to kind of ease them in. And even both those road games, one was a close win over Arkansas. The other, obviously, an overtime win last night against Auburn. So I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a competitive game. And obviously, like you said, it's a chance for A&M to really close the regular season in style and build some momentum going into the SEC tournament next year.
How important is Dex to what they do?
Hugely.
Especially Saturday.
Huge.
If he's back Saturday, do we know? Do we have?
We don't know yet.
We don't know anything.
And
he is the only length we have with the defensive skill and mindset and desire to have any chance with Miller.
Yeah,
and honestly, how much of a chance do you really have with Miller?
I mean,
it's a small chance.
He could slow him down more than any
Anybody
other
else.
option.
Individually, yeah. So,
He might hold him to 20.
Having Dexter Dennis, we're able to play him a little more one-on-one as opposed to having to run double teams and everything else and traps and whatnot, where it leaves these other guys, which Bama does have other guys that can score. So, having Dexter Dennis there where we can stay on most of these guys, I mean, hey.
I mean, you could say a lot of things about Nate Oates, specifically in reference to the way he's presently dealing with his program.
PR is not good.
All right. One thing you cannot say about Nate Oates is he is fantastic. I guess you can say about Nate Oates is he is fantastic at getting Miller in the right spot at the right time with the right play. I mean, they were running ball screens the other night, but the night before that, they were just like against South Carolina. First of all, part of South Carolina's problem is they did absolutely nothing to help the guy guarding Miller. The guy guarding Miller was on an island by himself. Miller goes to the basket and dunks it, and the other 4 guys for South Carolina are standing there staring at Miller, staring at the defensive player going, why didn't you get that guy? Because he's the best player in the country. But then the next night they're running ball screens to the right, to the left. They're solo Miller in transition. He does a fantastic job of getting Miller the ball in the right spots at the right time. I give him credit for that. He needs a little PR work. He needs a little work and discipline in his program, it sounds like. But from running plays and calling the right moves, he's doing excellent.
So even more, we need Dexter Dennis.
All right, I did this to poor Nick yesterday. I'm going to see if you guys can do this. Tell him what to do, but with an accent. You choose whatever accent you want.
No, I can't. No way, man. No, I mean,
I'm leaving it. There's too many. It's on video.
You got to.
That's good.
You got
Crocodile
to,
Dundee.
You got to like, share, subscribe, comment.
That was really good.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it, mate.
Can you do a whole segment like that one day?
I could not. No, I tried.
That's not a knife.
That's how you get everybody to turn off the radio.
That was really, really good. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.